Good morning, good morning. It is week 12. I can't believe it. I've got to the end of the Michaelmas term, which is one of 3, so I am a third of the way there. I had quite a restful weekend in the end. If you watched last week's vlog, you know I wasn't really very well. So I spent a lot of it just sort of sniffing and waking up early because I can't really breathe. I've got a meeting today at midday with Eileen, she was the lady who taught the Jonathan Swift module, and that's what I'm doing my essay on for that module. So I'm meeting her today to talk about my essay. I need to run out and get bread and milk because I've run out, as usual. I also need to pay my rent. I just completely forgot. I pay my rent in cash on a Sunday, and I was in bed last night at like 11 o'clock and thought, I haven't paid my rent, so I need to go out and get that. Also, I wanted to show you the creepiest Christmas display I think I've seen in my entire life. Look at this weird ass snowman! Just left Eileen. It went really well actually. It was very, very helpful. It was very brief. It was only like 10 minutes or so, but I suppose I just had questions and she answered them because she's a genius, and that was the end of that. I love academic offices. My God, they have like thousands and thousands of books and like little comfy sofas, and it's just, it's the dream. It's really the dream. But I'm really pleased. I feel good about it. I actually managed to do so much more work than I expected on my perspectives essay as well this morning, so I can go home now, because the plan was to stay here pretty much all day until I got to a point where I was comfortable to go home, and it's lunchtime and I'm kind of done, so. Good morning. It's 8 o'clock and it's still pitch black outside. I'm pouring with rain, and I think I heard some thunder as well. Oh my God, you guys, what a terrible morning. So the rain was hideous, but I didn't realise how bad the wind was, so I got off the bus and put my umbrella up, and it almost completely was taken out of my hands. I managed to cling onto it, but to my cost, because it's now broken in several places, and I've tried to like push the rods back in, but I don't think it's going to work. So when I eventually got to college, I was soaked and furious and cold and miserable like everybody else. Made a cup of tea, went upstairs to the seminar room, realised that I hadn't read anything for today because I'd been so busy doing my essay and finishing it that I forgot that class continues. I'd also brought the wrong notepad and the wrong book. So I went in completely blind, which I have not done since I started, and it's not obviously something I encourage or do a lot, so it was horrendous. I was just wittering because he's a good professor, but a lot of the same people tend to speak, so he picks on people and says, oh, you know, what do you think, what do you think, what do you think? And and 4 people went in today, and we're not a very big group anyway, so there's only 9 of us. So it was really hard to like try and hide, which was the plan, you know. And he said, Emma, what do you think? And I'm like, I ended up making some ridiculous, long-winded comment about communism, and it's just hideous. Good morning, it is now Wednesday. Today's going to be a really nice Christmassy day because the staff of the English department, or like the postgrad courses that I'm on, have organised like a little Christmas lunch thing, like a little, not like a sit down lunch, but like a, you know, glasses of wine and picking at things, kind of gathering was the word they used. So that's at 1 o'clock, I think. So I'm really looking forward to that. It's going to be nice. And then at 5 o'clock, they're putting up the big Christmas tree in the front square and turning on the lights, and we get mince pies and the choir is singing and everything. So that's going to be really nice. So in that spirit, I thought I would show you a couple of the things that I've bought to decorate my flat with to celebrate Christmas here. I'm going home on the 16th, but for the weeks that I'm still here left, I wanted to have just something nice in the flat to feel festive when I look at it. Actually, the first thing I wanted to show you is this. It's a little Irish dancing, Irishy Minnie Mouse. It's not a decoration, it's actually a present. It's the last one, the most recent one that I bought. My cousin Jade has a little baby, and her husband and her and the baby, they love Disney. They absolutely love Disney. and she sent me a message saying, oh, you know, really would love to go to the Disney shop in Dublin. So I went in there and took a picture of the things that were Irish, and she really liked that, so I bought it for the baby. I wanted to get her a good present because I missed her party, her first birthday party, because it was a weekend when I wasn't at home. So I wanted to get her a good present, and I think that's really cool. I mean, just look. So firstly and most importantly, I bought a little tree. It's still in its box at the moment, but I'm going to put it up this weekend. I always put up my Christmas decorations on the first weekend of December. They do not go up in November. Personal rule. But this tree is 3 foot tall and it's pre-lit, so it's got little lights on it. So that's quite nice. So I'm not quite sure where it's going to go let's just fall on the floor, this precise moment in time, but I'll figure it out. And I bought these for €2.50. They're teeny little mini baubles because the tree's only small, so I thought little mini ones would be really cute, so I got those, and they're sort of gold and silvery and like a coppery sort of colour scheme, so that's quite nice. And I got a little pot of LED copper, I think they're copper wire stars, little indoor lights, so I might put them around the window or something, but they were reduced actually, they were only €5, so that was quite good too. So I got this in the spirit of having an Irish Christmas this year. It's a little pint of Guinness with a little snowy glittery top. So that's everything that I have to decorate my flat for Christmas. I'm going to be putting it all up this weekend, but time is ticking by. I need to get onto campus. I need to hand in my essay today because I finished it, and then get ready for the little lunchtime gathering with the staff at 1 o'clock.
Oh, the weather outside is frightful, but the fire is so delightful. And since we've no place to go, why don't you...
It's pies for the first time. What do you think, guys?
Signs of stopping, and I brought some corn for popping. The lights are turned way down low. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. When we finally kiss and say goodnight, I hate going out in the storm. But if you really hold me tight, all the way home I'll be warm.
Good afternoon. We're in the Brendan Kennelly reading room right now, which is one of the study rooms above the computer room and the kitchen that I normally use that you've seen before. I quite like it in here. It's just like really quiet and it's full of books. So because I've finished my essay, I've also finished a short story I've been writing and submitted that today as well. I've started to have some thoughts about my thesis, and there's a few in here. I'll say a few. Absolutely bloody loads. So I wanted to have a look at a couple to get an idea of the structure and whether the sort of thing I'm thinking of is a good idea. It's been quite a good day. It's actually our last teaching day today of the whole Michaelmas term. So we had our single authors seminar on Yeats this morning, and that's the end of that. So no more teaching now till January. I'm not going home yet, like back to my flat I mean, because I'm going to the theatre tonight in Dunleary, and it means getting the dart out to Dunleary, so I thought by the time I've gone home it will like pretty much just be time to come out again, and once I go home I probably won't want to go out again, so I'm making lots of tea and eating lots of leftover mince pies from yesterday, and just kind of keeping myself going until later. So I'm going to climb on a table now and get to some of those theses.